Hello Scorpio, welcome to your August 2018 reading. This is a general reading for you Scorpio. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link in the information box below to my website, and when you're there you can have a look at the reading types and book a one-on-one reading with me, which is going to be very specific to you and it will help you with your decisions and journey. This is a general reading, as I said, so some of it will resonate for some of you, and for some of you, all of it will resonate. Also listen to your rising sign and your moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will, as well as giving you added information, extra information from listening to those readings as well. So let's get on with your general reading, Scorpios. Let's see what's in store for you for the month of August 2018. So I've already done the spread, and we'll have a look at, one of the first card that I get for you, and what my guides are saying to me is that there is for you in August. And also this information, it's going to depend on your astrological chart, of course. Some of you will have already experienced this, some of you are experiencing it now, and some have yet to experience it. So the timing is not going to be exactly the same for all of you, because you're all individuals, you're all unique, you all have different birth charts. So bear that in mind as well. So what my guides are saying here for you, Scorpio, I feel like there is a walking away or turning your back on a situation that is around you. It's a situation that is caught up with emotions. There's an emotional connection in this situation. So for some of you, it's walking away from an emotional situation that is no longer serving you, that is no longer benefiting you, and it's as if, well, my time's up, I can't do this anymore. You're turning your back on those emotions. For some of you, it's an emotional situation that you feel is better to remove yourself from. It could be a family situation, a situation with friends, children. It's that sort of situation. It's any situation that involves your emotions, where there is an emotional attachment. There is, emotions caught up in this. I feel like for some of you, a situation is going to arise where you're going to really feel it's really going to impact on you on an emotional level, and you are best to turn your back on it. It doesn't mean you're moving away, completely away from those people or that situation, but it's about not leaving it, but turning your back to it. So you're going to hear something, you're going to hear things that are going to impact on you, and it's going to be better for you to just walk away. Bide your time. Don't say anything. Don't get involved. Don't have any exchange. Just leave that situation. Turn your back on it is going to be better for you. It's going to have a better outcome than being entangled, because I feel like if you're entangled with it, it's going to be quite an emotional thing. For some of you, it's walking away from a relationship, walking away from a marriage, walking away from some sort of partnership or relationship where emotions are involved, and leaving that situation. So all in all, the beginning of August is going to be quite an emotional time for you. Either bide your time if you're there's an argument happening where you're emotionally caught up in it. Don't say anything, walk away from it. Or there's a situation that you've been assessing and thinking about for a while, a relationship or some family situation that you're walking away from, that you're leaving behind, because it has, the card that's crossing it is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card of anguish. It's a card of anguish. It's called, the swords is the mind, is thinking, is thoughts. It's caused a lot of angst, a lot of pain, a lot of sadness, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of burdens, and so this situation has been weighing very heavily. I mean, it looks quite painful, doesn't it? Have these swords stabbed in your back. It's a situation that has taken its toll, that is weighing quite heavily with you, that is going to cause a lot of pain and a lot of anguish for you. So it is going to be a very, very difficult situation. It is a situation that you've given a lot of thought to. It's not something that the action that you're taking is not something that you have thought, it's not something that's done spontaneously. It's not something that's done out of anger. It's not something that's done on the spur of the moment. It's something that you've given a lot of thought to. You've actually processed it and thought about it a lot, and there's been a lot of soul searching that's gone on with you, Scorpios, towards this situation, this family situation or friendship situation, or relationship situation that is around you, that weighs quite heavily on you. This translates into you feeling like you're left out in the cold. You feeling like you've turned your back on a situation, but it's as if it's not had an impact on them, it's had an impact on you. But that's the way you're perceiving it. For some of you, it is actually going to be the case where you may be leaving the family. I want to say you're leaving the family home, or you're leaving some sort of financial security or safe haven, some situation. You're the one that's leaving that physical space. You're the one that's leaving it, which may leave you feeling like you're left out in the cold, that you're the one that's on the outer. Which is a temporary thing. This is how you're feeling at this point in time. I feel like it also passes, it moves on. It's a situation that you're finding yourself in, and remember, it's a situation that you've not done out of anger or spontaneously. You've given it thought. It's not something at the spur of the moment. There has been thought and processing that's gone on, and I want to say that this situation's been going on for quite some time. So there's disharmony in an environment around you, be it at work for some of you, be it children, family, relationship. It's going to be different for all of you. But the common denominator, the link here, is the emotions. There's an emotional link with these people that are involved in this situation around you. And what's caused that is that there's been, you've been processing it for quite a while. There have been choices and decisions for you to make. You have had to make some pretty hard decisions about what you want to do. Are you going to compromise? I feel like I want to say to you, you're going to compromise your integrity. Are you going to compromise your sense of self-worth to keep a situation the way it is, to give of yourself to keep the status quo in a particular situation? Or are you going to make the choice of walking away? And I think you make, as I see here, the choice of walking away from that, leaving that situation to save yourself, to save your emotional state, your sense of well-being as well. I just feel it's quite a heavy situation. It's quite an intense situation. In July, we have had 2 eclipses, and those eclipses have brought in a lot of endings, a lot of change, and a lot of healing. So there's been, and depending on what house it sits with you in your chart, it has brought in a lot of things from the past. It's brought in a lot of things to be reviewed. It's brought in a lot of closures for people. It has brought in healing, as well as shutting that door, processing things from the past and closing that door. So it was quite a heavy energy in July, and some of its residual is still coming through in August. And for you, there's been a huge review here, a huge review in your situation. I feel like, is going on around you and what you've needed to do really for your well-being and for what is going to be good for you and how you're going to move on from this. This is going to be the first part of August, is going to be quite heavy duty, and it will spill through August, but the first 2 weeks of August are really going to be the heavy ones for you, the ones of making these decisions. I'm really sorry about these cards and saying this, but I do tell you what I get, and this is what I'm getting here. There's a lot of decisions to be made, and it's that emotional connection that keeps us in that situation and creates resistance, and it's that resistance to that change that causes the pain, you know, being unable to move away from it because emotions are involved, and that always complicates things. That always makes things really difficult when emotions are also caught up in these moments of change in our lives. But you have thought about it, you have planned it, you have processed it, you have really weighed it out, because, you know, it has taken a huge toll on you. Moving through August, it's going to be, you know, we're getting to about week 3 of August, where, you know, the Knight of Swords is about action. It's about forging forward. It's about bringing in that change. So everything that you've thought about, everything that you've wanted to do, all the changes that you've wanted to bring in, it's time now to implement it. It's time now to make those changes, to make the best out of those changes. There is new learning for you. There is new opportunities for you. There is development of new skills. So leaving a situation, it may mean that you need to learn new skills. You need to learn new things. You need to change, you need to do things in a different way, in a new way. So there's this bringing in of new skills, new knowledge, and having the courage to move forward with this, having confidence in yourself that you can manage this, that you can do this, and that you can overcome this. That's going to happen in week 3, where you're going to really be moving forward from this situation, and reviewing it. If it's an argument that you're turning your back on and you're moving away from because it's causing you a lot of angst, it's about learning how to handle that in a different way, how to handle those people in a different way. Well, you don't handle people because they do what they do. They have, you know, they make their own choices and decisions, but it's about how you carry yourself, how you handle that situation. It's about you handling that situation. How much of it are you going to let it get to you? And developing of skills as to how to better handle that situation so it's not impacting on you as it has been in the past. And that sort of work on yourself, is going to pay off. You're going to reap the benefits of that. You're going to start feeling you know, and as I move into the end of week 3, week 4 of August, I'm starting to feel lighter. I'm starting to feel more content within myself, content about doing what I need to do and the way I want to do it, and I need to do it without having all of that other emotional turmoil going on in the background. You are. You know, this is the harvest. It's about tilling the soil, sowing the seeds, watching them grow, and then reaping the benefits of it. And that's you, nurturing you, and planting seeds of new knowledge, new skills, new ways of doing things, and then reaping the benefits of that, so that you're sitting in a place of tranquility and of inner peace. And you do reach that. You do reach that towards the end of August as well. Because you've also got the Palace of Swords. And what I want to say to you, Scorpio, it's about, for you, the Palace of Swords is about doing things differently to the way you've been doing it, because the way you've been doing things hasn't been working for you. And things are different for each of you because you're all individuals. Some are small situations, some are really big, heavy situations. But it's about reviewing it and learning how to interact with people that are creating issues differently, interacting with family and having different expectations or none at all. You know, it's about what have you learned from everything that's happened. So there's this new assessment of situations and doing things differently so that it brings you more inner peace. And you do learn that. You do learn that. It's about issues from the past coming forward, and raising the similar situations again and again and again, and how you're best going to handle that. Not living in the past, but releasing the past and moving forward. Keeping the good memories, keeping the happy times, but nonetheless leaving behind what you don't need, and move forward to greener pastures, to better places, to better, more contentment, more inner peace for you. So August for you, Scorpio, is really about finding that inner peace, finding that inner balance, working out what's not working for you, how you've been doing things that haven't been working for you. You need to relearn how to handle situations in a different way that is going to be satisfying to you. Is going to be satisfying to you. A lot of people are going to feel like you're shutting them out, but that's something that you need to do for your inner sanity, inner balance, inner peace. And you will achieve it. You will achieve it. When you get out of this situation and you've made those changes, you will look back and think, yep, okay, I have. It's been a battle. It's been difficult, but I have done it. I have come out of it, and I'm better for it. I can see things in a different light. I see things differently. I see things differently. For some of you Scorpios, this is going to be to do with work as well. You know, who's being unreasonable with you? Who keeps heaping stuff on you until you actually speak up for yourself and walk away from that situation? You know, and walking away, some of you are going to actually leave a place of employment. Some of you are going to leave a position that you've held and have what we would call a demotion for your inner peace. For some of you, it's children, as I said earlier, family, relationship. It's different for all of you, but it's going to be quite a journey for you to come out of August feeling you're in this better place for you. You've traveled this journey and made these changes around you to better suit you, so you have more peace. And the changes we make is not external changes, it's internal changes. It's how we perceive things, where our boundaries are, what we will put up with and what we won't, being our boundaries. Setting those, redefining those, looking at how you react to others, how you are in exchanging energies with other people. May need to change to bring you that inner peace. So there's a whole sort of personal review. August is going to be a very personal month for you, Scorpio. There's a lot of things that will need to be reviewed. So I hope that makes sense for you, and I hope that that will help you with choices and decisions and the journey that you are going to be making in August. I'm going to now draw a card from the Angels of Abundance, which will give me a summary of your reading. Let's see what words of wisdoms the angels are going to bring to you to help you through the month of August. The beginning will be quite intense, but it will lighten up. It will get better as the month progresses. And that's a residual from July, from the eclipses. Okay, so we've got let me get my glasses. Donations, tithing and charitable work. Get the glare off that. Okay, let me read that for you. Give joyfully to the organisations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. And so, you know, it says to give joyfully to people who spiritually support and inspire you. So it's about identifying for you where you're going to give your energy. Who are you going to give your energy to? Who are you going to give your help and assistance to? So really, so that it is returned, it's a balanced thing. You give out and you receive back. So it's a give and take thing, rather than finding yourself in a situation where you're putting out all the time and nothing's coming back to you. So when you find that, you're going to find joy in doing for other people and giving to other people, in being involved in groups and situations where energy is also going to come back to you. So be mindful of where you invest your energy and your time and your resources, the resources being you. So I hope that that's been helpful for you, Scorpio. I wish you a speedy and an August filled with ease and grace, and allow that change to come in, and knowing when to move away from situations that are not good for you for August. Many blessings to you, Scorpio.